I have your name, the magic of Andy Amix, and your phone number on it. It's a great little giveaway and a great little personalized business card. That is signature dollar. All right, guys, this is signature dollar bill. I think this is fantastic, actually. It does take a little bit of practice. What you want to do is whatever you'd like to write on there, just with your Sharpie. If you're just doing walk around, you have half a dozen dollar bills, and you'll never lose your dollar bill because you were actually changing theirs out for yours, so you'll never lose any money. And what you want to do, I wrote the magic of Andy Amix and my phone number there, and I think it makes a unique business card. Okay, so what you want to do is fold this in half again, over one. You could do the nice small little packet just like that, all right? Because you're going to ask your spectator to do the same. And the placement of this is very important. You can either hold it first finger and middle finger, or middle finger and ring finger. Doesn't matter, but it is very important though that it goes underneath the monofilament right in this area here, and it's great because it holds it right in place. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys the vanish without me sticking it, so there's no confusion on how this dollar bill carries over the gekco. Okay, so what happens is when you stick this to it, what's going to happen is, I'm just going to let it go, this carries over like this. This disappears with the spectator's dollar, and then you're just rubbing and say, look, I'm actually signing this bill. I'm going to give you a unique business card. And then you're done, and then they can open that up. You may just give it back to them. They may go, okay. So actually, no, my business card's on there now. When you open it up, it has your information on it. So now I'm going to show you. And I want to go over this one more time because this one is a little tricky. Okay, so it's here, and I'm going to do it kind of fast. Now I want to let you see the action happen. And as it comes over, you let it go, and it stays. Just like that. And then you do whatever flourishes you want with your hand. I'd try to do as minimal as possible, make it the most magical possible, and then that's it. Now we're going to go over it with the actual spectator folding the bill. So you get everything ready, and then you ask your spectator for $1 if they have $1. It'd be great, and they do. And you ask them, do me a favor, David, would you mind folding that in half?
Okay, now does it matter which way I fold it?
No, it doesn't. Just go ahead and fold it in half. It doesn't matter.
If I do it that way?
Because I'm going to do something very unique. Go ahead and fold it in half. Fold it in half again. Fold it down towards you.
Okay.
All right. And then again, turn the bill for me one more time, and let's fold it in half, because I'm actually going to give you a unique business card. And then once you take that, place this in your hand, and then this is, you want to really stick this. You really want to press it, okay, because it's paper. And then you're going to, trying to do this as slow as possible. You're going to send this over, and see how I'm gripping that other dollar, and then that's just going to go when this one stays, your signature on there. Rub it, rub it, rub it. Unfold it, if you wish to unfold it, and say, I've actually signed, and that's my information, so if you'd like to hire me for your next event, it's a great, great giveaway. Probably almost a little bit better than a business card. That is signature dollar.
Great.
All right, guys, we're going to talk about vanishing common objects if you're doing walk-around magic. And of course, you use a Sharpie with signed cards and whatnot. And so we have a lovely Sharpie right here, and just vanishing it is quite simple. It's nice, just like that. All right, guys, now I'm going to show you how I vanish the Sharpie pen. You can load your gekco gimmick first finger and middle finger, or again, I prefer the middle finger and ring finger. Now, you want to have cover of the pen with your entire hand. So when you do that, it's going to end up about the middle, because you don't want them to see the pin take off. So you don't want the tip sticking out like this. You want to have complete coverage. So when you let it go, you've got all this coverage that happens when it goes. Okay, so remember that on virtually any object. Okay, you don't want anything sticking out and them seeing it just take off. So I want to use my first finger and middle finger on this, stick it to it, okay, and then with just a little rock, let it go like this, and then just show your hands clean. That's it. That is the Sharpie Vanish. Alright guys, we're going to go over a few tips here for your gecko, changing out your gecko sticky dots. I absolutely do not recommend using your hand to peel them off, because the oils of your fingers can ruin or lessen the life of your gecko sticky dot. Take your gecko gimmick and just touch it to it, okay, and again, doing at minimum 3 gives you more coverage. So you're in this fashion here, just like this, okay? And then, of course, when you go to remove them, it's best to kind of roll it off with your thumb, because you'll find it difficult at first to kind of get them off and pull them off, because again, being plastic, these gecko sticky dots love plastic. Again, watch your angles, okay? When you're practicing, that is very, very important. Also, you know, work with your tension of your gecko gimmick and the elastic for different things. You will find that you don't need to go 900 miles an hour for certain things to vanish. You'll be surprised that medium tension vanishes quite a few things. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about noise. I'm sure you guys heard when I vanish certain things that there's a noise factor. Well, in everyday situation, if you are a professional and you are doing close-up walk around, there's plenty of ambient noise, people talking, background music. They'll never hear this hit your body, because it will, majority of the time, is going to hit your in the ribs area and hit your body to create a little bit of noise, hit your jacket, zipper. But if you're performing it for somebody in the living room, well, yeah, you're possibly going to hear it. But hopefully, you know, with the effect, it would be so great. Or sometimes when you do a little bit of a turn and maybe a little bit of noise, possibly with your movement, can cover some ambient noise. You're probably wondering also about retrieving an object. Once the object is on there, if you borrowed somebody's chapstick or lipstick, if I was doing walk around, I wouldn't give it back to him immediately. I would go into something else, perform another trick or two, and maybe while you're putting cards back up, or if you're putting cards away in your pocket, if you're wearing a suit, you can always go and retrieve it and pull it off that way. Or if you wanted to, you can always just turn around, pop it off, and give it to him. But for the most part, I do recommend lots of practice. You will find a lot of tenderness in the webs of your fingers from practicing a lot, and possibly, you know, a little bit of rawness if you use the grip tape that I use. And you get a little bit sore, but over time, with practice, it's second nature. You won't ever feel it again. Okay? Those are just a few tips for the gecko.